Welcome to Putting the World to Fight. I know you've missed us, we've been away for a little while.
A couple of weeks off.
But we're back to it, and what a card, well, what a week we've had. So we'll jump straight into it. Ow, me bollocks.
Fuck's sake.
It just sat straight on me bollocks.
So we might as well just kick it off with
BKB
30. Just like you were saying, an absolute fucking amazing spot in Thailand.
Brilliant views. Pearl of the Andaman.
It was just,
as Tom Ross kept telling us. Absolutely beautiful views and some absolutely brilliant fights.
it was insane.
I mean, the Denmans. Come on. I mean, all three of them won.
It was interesting. To say the least.
There were some great fights. Those of you that didn't catch it, it is currently on Fight, and it will be on Amazon through March, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's March, April.
April.
So I'm pretty sure
it's one you don't want to miss. And obviously they've got their fight coming up in March the 26th at the O2, the Indigo at the O2.
That's going to be awesome as well. But
that's
absolutely
amazing.
We're going to have to dig deep on another episode, I think.
Yeah,
as a fight.
We'll go into into that and hopefully interview a few of the fighters. Maybe even go visit them if we can.
Yeah, hopefully that'd be quite nice. That'd be good.
Especially some of the more local ones. I think there's some Welsh fighters, so we could head over that way.
Yeah, because I'm not too sure if Triple J's fighting on that one, because I know he's Welsh.
I think Smudge is fighting again.
I think Smudge and Hilliard is as well.
And Hilliard, so we might even go see them.
As well,
Kennelly, or definitely Kennelly.
So we can get on to them as well.
We'll make another visit to Kennelly's hopefully. I know James and Michael have been watching and sharing. We appreciate all the support you guys have given us. But back to the
BKB 30.
BKB 30.
It had some serious ups and downs, though, didn't it?
There was a lot of fights.
Serious ups and downs.
Obviously, we can't go through them all. There's some that make you laugh. I mean, the Joker versus Batman. Apparently, it wasn't planned.
That took a fucking weird turn.
It was supposed to be Batman's training partner that was supposed to be fighting. He took an injury the week of, and then Batman stepped in to fight the Joker.
It's just
apparently that's the way it is. So. Hey, you can't write it.
To be fair, they put on a fucking.
They did.
They put on a good show. It was
a great fight.
They smashed each other up. It was
exactly.
It was what you get people coming out dressed as Batman and the Joker. You're expecting just a bit of a not comical fight, but an entertaining fight. Yeah. And it was an entertaining fight.
Exactly.
They put on a show. Obviously, they're two very good scrappers that know what they're doing, and
exactly
it was
that.
Awesome. It was
I mean,
fun to watch.
I think the way we should do this one this week. What was the fight of the night for you? And I'll choose a different one, and then we'll do which one we were most disappointed by.
Well, I kind of think one of my favourite fights of the night is one that I was also disappointed in.
Okay, which one?
It is Big Pod.
It's Podmore, isn't it? It's got to be.
It was. It was my favourite fight.
Yeah.
Just because.
Megalodon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Big Pod versus Megalodon.
Like sharp, fast, powerful. Big Pod was. It was.
He was a unit coming at you.
Watching him, it was absolutely insane. And then he got his bicep rupture.
Yeah. And doctor stoppage. There was a lot of doctor stoppages over there.
There was actually.
That's a point. A lot of doctor stoppages, and fair play. They looked after the fighters.
Leo Pla, he was
Leo Pla
because
he was desperate to continue.
He didn't give a shit.
He was ready. I mean, he fights on King of the Streets, doesn't he? Come on.
Care.
I mean,
a cut on the forehead is nothing to it.
Those of you that didn't see the Podmore fight, there was ups, downs before the ruptured bicep. The fight was very good fight. It was.
I mean, it wasn't one-sided.
It wasn't, but I would say Podmore was ahead.
Oh god, yeah,
easily.
Yeah, so I think because he got real hasty after rocking.
Yeah.
And then he got put down as well, didn't he?
He went down as well.
Like he said himself, he got overzealous and he charged in.
He got keen. He saw it. He saw his opportunity.
But I think that's fights that you see him hurt. You think, fuck it, you want blood, don't you?
You do.
And you go in. But no, I don't think at any real point he was in any significant danger.
No, I don't think it was.
There was moments that
it
was
this
dangerous.
is bare knuckle boxing. Yeah, anything can happen.
Puncher's chance, but I don't feel like there's any point in the fight where I thought
he could have been over.
Yeah, he seemed to be taking his stride. His movement was awesome.
And then Megalodon tried a desperate Superman punch, which Podmore kind of threw him over his shoulder.
Because we'll have to put a clip of that.
We're going to have to put a clip of that because that was definitely, well, it looked like something out of wrestling. I thought The Rock was in the ring at one point. Kurt Angle.
Just have it.
Yeah, no. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant fight.
Obviously,
that was your fight of the
ring
night.
got stormed as well.
Yeah, then the ring got stormed.
Megalodon tried slapping
Podmore's coach.
Well, he actually did slap his coach.
So then the coach spat at him. The storm got. Yeah,
and then Pod chinned him as well afterwards. And then it was the knockdown that I thought that was going to.
I thought it was over.
That was going to end that fight because he really did kind of like just came to the left and he just threw all of his weight into that right, and he almost took himself off balance when it landed. And
he did.
I did not think he was going to get back up from that. I generally just thought that was end off. I generally
thought it was over. Yeah.
And
sorry.
He got back up. It was fucking.
Bear with me. I'm trying to remember a name. So, which one it was?
I definitely think that was my fight of the night. Apart from obviously Barry Jones.
Barry Jones, yeah, that was a great fight.
And still type thing. That was
yeah,
because he was absolutely outstanding. As you would expect.
Yes, he was.
Fucking hard fight.
Definitely.
He certainly, it wasn't a pushover at all. He really had to work for it. But again, it was a tough fight. But I didn't think he was ever out of control.
No, not at all.
Yeah, he did get caught a few times. He had a couple of marks on him, but I don't think at any point he was worried.
No,
it's all kind of falling into his.
I think so
his
too.
Game plan is obviously how they'd trained for it.
Yeah,
and he just
Barry did the job, didn't he?
I can't. I want to know what his boxing record was. He is probably
Barry.
Yeah,
it's I believe he's
absolutely insane.
It's 22 to 8 or 22 to 16. It's not something you go out the world.
No, but it's
in bare knuckle boxing, he's 9-0.
Yeah,
this is his world.
It's
a totally different.
And when you
different
can see his boxing capabilities, so when you watch him in bare knuckle boxing, you can see he is a boxer, and he will his footwork, his hand speed, his head movement. It's just
brilliant.
All there. It is just boxing without gloves on, and he will outbox.
Yeah, well, he's just outboxing everyone, isn't he? So somebody will come along, but until then, and that's going to be a hell of a fight. So we look forward to that.
Yeah, I can't really do.
I think my fight of the night. Ooh, that's a hard one. I was going to say Barry Jones, I think, but
because it was quite a tough one. Because they were all some really good fights.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe the Will Choppy versus Petzilla.
Yeah.
All I have to say is fair play to Petzilla. Popped his shoulder back in mid-fight and then carried on. And then obviously it ended at the end of that round. They said no. The doctors were like, no, we don't want you to carry on. But he was ready to fight.
He was game, man.
He was game. He just popped his shoulder back in. Let's go, boys.
He was just. I was impressed with that.
Yeah,
I was impressed.
Fair play to him. He doesn't look like a fighter, but he put up a fight. I mean, when he got in close, bang, bang, and then got back out. It was the long range that Will was winning because he's a tall guy.
He's tall, but it's like anything. But instead of being the shorter fighter, he knew what he had to do.
Exactly.
Being a shorter
fighter,
closed
the distance, and he made the shots.
Will knew what he needed to do, being a taller fighter. So it was very good to see.
Yeah.
Again, it's quite difficult because obviously I don't know if it's because of the size difference in the two. I thought Will looked quite stiff, quite slow. But again, I can't quite work out if that was because of the size difference, and it's how it looked, and it, you know, because you know how things can come across different.
Yeah.
So I certainly wouldn't want to say he's slow by any means, but
and then,
it looked like it could have been a very tough fight if it wasn't for the whole shoulder injury.
Yeah, I think that was a shame. That would have been a whole Ruiz situation all over again.
Because he
had the hands, he had the power.
Yeah. Because you
and he was landing some big shots,
and the combinations he was throwing.
Yeah, Will wasn't liking it.
No, and because he couldn't throw. Yeah. You could see he was trying to come
around,
and he was too long. He couldn't do it.
And, you know, Petzilla's a big guy, so even if he did, he was only catching a bit of flesh.
Yeah, it was still scuffing.
The Denmans, they were great. All three of them. Pepsi Denman, great fighter.
Yeah.
Tito and Pat Denman, the girl. Brilliant fights. Tito was very impressive. Picked him off. I mean, I think mid rounds he started to dial off because he knew he'd done enough. Then he started taking some big shots and came back and landed some big ones back and was like, no, do you know what? This is my ring. Yeah. I'm not going to let you. You know.
He tried taking off the steam.
He did. Then he started getting hit.
And he was paying the price.
So he turned it back.
His evasiveness was fucking awesome.
And then I think my biggest disappointment of the night, part of me was going to say Leo because I wanted to see him continue.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably El Dario. The second fight that was on, his opponent, fair play to him, absolute warrior. He's 48 or something.
Yeah.
Old guy. Took the fight on the day of the fight, the morning of the fight. Said, yeah, I'll fight him. Came in. Aldario looked so good. He picked him off with 2 or 3 clean shots, broke his ribs, down, done. It was over in a matter of seconds. The guy couldn't get up. Took the loss, done. But I wanted to see more from Aldario. I was like, I want to see this guy tested. He is so good. He was clearly going to be a great fighter.
Hopefully there will be the opportunity
some of them
for more.
I think some of them might be coming over. Some of them are signed with Jim. So hopefully, and then obviously,
what was his name?
Which one?
One of the local fighters.
Mr. Fight.
I can't bloody remember. All I remember is like the commentator said, in all of the fights he's been in, all he's got to do is just touch him with the hand and they go down. And
that was Aldario.
Was that Aldario?
That was Aldario, and then he caught him with a hook and down he went.
Yeah, because it was
either that or Pepsi Denman. It was the second fight.
Opening round, weren't it? And
it was first round. Bang, bang. And caught him with a lovely.
And he just hit him once and just fucking.
That was it, and then the guy couldn't get up.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, the guy. Yeah, that was the one. That's the one I was disappointed because I wanted to see more. I want to see that guy tested. I want to see what he can do because he's clearly, he's done some of those Wheel of Fortune fights as well, where you spin it each round, and if it says it's Muay Thai, if it says it's MMA, if it says it's bare knuckle, if it says it's ropes, you fight.
That'd be quite cool.
Yeah, I'd go for that.
Yeah.
I like the idea of that.
I like that.
And then Leo, obviously we've seen him fight King of the Streets against Eric Olsen, get the win over Eric because Eric broke his leg. It's a shame that one couldn't have continued, but this side he's been on the other side of the doctor's stoppage this time.
Well, I do wonder if he wasn't going so forehead heavy.
Yeah, he was taking a lot of shots though.
He was
just running in a swim. There was no technical skill.
No,
none at all. I love the guy to bits, but no technical skill.
No.
Not saying I could take a punch from him, but I'm saying.
No, it disintegrated the face.
If he was fighting somebody with clean, quick shots,
clean boxing ability,
jab, cross, uppercut, it's good night. Other than his chin. I mean, his chin's obviously saved him.
He's obviously as solid as they come.
But he left himself very open. But he wanted to continue. He was a true warrior.
I think if he kept his head up instead of going fucking head down, he wouldn't have got that massive gash on his head. He wouldn't have been pissing blood.
Exactly.
And he wouldn't have got stopped.
But hopefully that's the way of the fights, isn't it? So
hopefully it's one of those things he looks back on it. As we all do as fighters, we always watch our fights back and think, fuck me, I should have done that.
Exactly.
And
well, his coach will, hopefully.
Yeah. You know, some things work in some organisations, they don't work in others. Obviously worked in King of Streets for him. Just hasn't quite transpired.
Because you can close the distance, you can take them down.
Exactly, you can do the clench.
It doesn't matter.
Else, but it hasn't quite transpired into bare knuckle.
No.
One of those things. It
is what it is.
The heart of a line.
Well, he does BYB as well.
Yeah.
He's a BYB fighter. Yeah, because you can hold the back of the head and hit, so...
It's a different...
And you can trap him in the triangle.
Yeah.
Trap him in the corner.
And, you know,
and that's it.
Very different. Very different, isn't it?
I think my biggest disappointment from BKB 30, and I mean this, Jim, we didn't hear Bob Sapp say, "He broke in my nose." But fair play, the legend was in the ring. He lives there as well, doesn't he, in Thailand?
Oh, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's got a house there. He loves it there. So
he's such a nice bloke.
Yeah,
such a nice
bloke. Absolutely brilliant event. If you, as we said, if you haven't checked it out, check it out on Fight right now or Amazon in the near future.
It's definitely one to watch.
Moving on to the boxing, I guess.
Yeah.
Bare knuckle boxing. Move to the boxing.
Move to the old conventional gloves.
Smith versus
Junior. Yeah.
I mean, how did you find the fight?
To be honest, I thought, but before the fight happened, I thought Smith was going to win. Not quite in that fashion. I generally thought it was going to go a lot later in, if not go the distance. Got to go on to a decision, potentially win by KO in the later rounds. I was not expecting a round 4 KO.
No.
I didn't quite see that coming. Fucking over the moon for him, because I think I gave him round 1 and 2.
Yep.
I thought he was all over Junior. Not all over him, that's the wrong thing to say, but he had upper hand.
He was the more dominative fighter in those rounds.
And then round 3 came and Junior really had him on the back foot. I mean, at one point he had him in the ring and was landing some
big shots,
gnarly hits. And at one point I was thinking, shit,
this could be over.
This could end really badly, but he's got a chin.
Yeah.
He proved he's got a chin. And round 4, that uppercut,
done.
And I mean, you can see when it lands on his face, his eyes have just glazed.
Yeah.
I used to think, you're fucked.
Game over. That's it.
And yeah, I mean and obviously it's followed up with that left hook.
Yeah.
And he went down. I do, however, think that there's a lot of things to Eubank's detriment when that happened. So I think when he's only been knocked down once previous, and that was in the Amis against the Castro bare knuckle boxer, and that was the only ever time.
Yeah.
That was within like the first few seconds, and he kind of bounced back up. But in the professionals,
this is the first time he's been in any real danger.
Real danger, because I mean he was fucking out, but he tried to get back up instead of
taking the count. Yeah. Take the count. Take your 8-9 seconds.
You've already lost the knockdown.
Yeah.
So you might as well take the time just to regain your bearings.
And that's what a lot of people did in the bare knuckle boxing. It's an 18 count.
Take the knee.
So they took the knee. They waited to 16. Stood up. Ready.
You know, and I think he was so kind of quite possibly embarrassed the fact that he'd been clocked so fucking sweetly, and he was on the back foot like the majority of the fight. And I think he's like, no, fuck that, tried to spring back up. And
you go light-headed as well, and it just gives you more.
And it just didn't.
Yeah, no.
And, you know, obviously, Smith had a deserving win. Definitely had a deserving win. I was backing him the whole way. I'm fucking buzzing that he won.
I know you are.
Buzzing that he won over the moon. So, I'm not Eubank's biggest fan. I think he's quite an arrogant person.
He can be.
But then again, given his background and who his father is, I think
he's proven his point. I mean, half the time
people that would be arrogant as well, so I get that. But I think again, it just kind of goes to show that he went up against a very, very skilled boxer, which he's not quite used to, and he paid the price. He went in cocky, arrogant, thought he was going to actually smoke him, and he got dicked. So I think what Eubank Senior said about Liam was really, really nice words. And it was honest. I think what Senior said was real honest and from the heart, and it was real quite nice. And I can imagine Liam reading that would have felt quite nice about it.
That's a nice praise from a legend.
Exactly.
He is renowned in the sport, obviously. For his antics inside and outside.
Of course, yes.
But he is a great boxer in his own right, or was a great boxer. So
you're gonna really take that and take it on board. And then you got fucking Junior, just again being an arrogant twat. Like a nice little shot you caught me with. It's like, fucking me, it wasn't a little shot. Like,
you got dropped,
your
mate.
Your fucking neck just extended.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
It looked like a giraffe.
And, it's like, oh no, I think I could have carried on going. It's like, hey, you were completely out. You didn't realise how many people were in the ring with you. You didn't realise that you were being held back. You didn't realise that the ref had stopped the fight, but yet you were coherent enough to carry on fighting. Fuck off.
Exactly. No,
just take it. Nobody cares.
No.
Literally nobody gives a shit that you got knocked out.
No.
Just accept it. Be humble.
Learn from it.
Like, it's not gonna. No one's gonna start pointing fingers at you.
Test of a true champion is it's not about what you can take, what you've done.
No,
it's how you bounce back from these defeats.
It's not. He's not gonna be walking down the street and people start taking piss out because he got knocked out by an amazing boxer.
No,
it's not gonna happen. It's like, fuck me. It's a hard fight. Learn from it.
Exactly.
Obviously, they're saying the extreme weight cut and weight cut back to back. What he was doing for the Ben fight had a negative effect. Maybe,
possibly, but that's
all ifs, buts,
on
and maybes,
the night.
isn't it?
Smith was a better fighter, and that's all there is to it.
And he got banged out.
Exactly.
I'm buzzing.
More in sort of MMA / boxing news.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury offered Ngannou now that he's available for a fight.
That'd be awesome.
What he wants, right, is he said, let's put on the best pay-per-view fight going. He said, we'll do it in a cage, 4-ounce gloves, but Queensberry rules.
Right.
So boxing with 4-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
In a cage.
That'd be cool.
He said, let's do it. He said, this Ngannou hits hard. Well, we know Francis Ngannou hits hard.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see that chin of... they said that about the Bronze Bomber, didn't they?
Yeah.
And look,
he took it.
Fury went down.
He fucking got
but he came back up.
He resurrected himself.
I would like to see this, but this is a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
One of the strongest punching men in the world in 4-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
He's not a boxer.
No.
Against a boxer who is also a very strong.
And I mean,
in boxing rules.
Let's give it like Fury's background.
Well. I mean, I'm game for that fight all day long.
You know.
And then,
like growing up around bare knuckle boxing, like as a child. And,
exactly.
And I think you'll quite enjoy it.
I think you'll love it.
It's like, a little bit padded, nothing too much. Bash.
It's like when the pre-fight for the Bronze Bomber, he said, "Come on, let's do a little body spar, a little tick." No, that's going to be interesting.
I enjoyed to see that.
As we said, we'll do a bit more on the upcoming BKB fight.
Yeah.
There's the Welsh combat series. We're hoping to be doing some kind of a promotion for. So we might work in correspondence with them. We might even be doing some. We might even be at that event. We'll see.
Yeah.
All depends on Sean Seary, the promoter. I'm in contact with him, so we'll let you know.
Yeah,
UFC fights were on. I'll have to admit I didn't watch many of them. I know Jamal Hill won and then cursed in the post-fight interview. But I mean, there was just so much going on this week.
Well, do you know what? There's the iconic short clip that I saw of Hill in his corner when he pulled the water bottle over his head and just ran red. Yeah. Now that is just, I think that's just going to be such a...
I'm going to have to go back and watch properly.
Because what that reminds me of is when his corner team pulled the water over his head and it just ran red from Matey Boy's blood, it wasn't Hill's blood. It reminded me of a short clip of Mike Perry in BKFC.
Yes.
When he's like breathing out and he just spurts the blood everywhere. Like just trying to get out of his face, out of his mouth. Yeah, I think it's going to be just as like an iconic
photo, and or video,
But then fucking what's his name? I can't pronounce his name.
Which one?
Not Mourinho. He got escorted out, didn't he?
Oh.
After that fight.
Yes.
Oh, fucking
Baby Assassin, was it?
I'm going to get
Assassin, was it?
Stuff, so I can't.
Was Baby Assassin fighting?
No, it was their fourth fight, wasn't it? So I think they won one each. One was a draw.
Hang on.
And then it's for the title.
Yeah. So Baby Assassin. I'm trying to remember his name.
That was Because he's walked out fucking laughing basically.
Yeah.
He literally just went out absolutely laughing. And I just thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, Brandon Moreno.
Yeah,
Moreno. Baby Assassin is his name.
Right, there we go.
That's why I was like, yeah, you mean Baby Assassin. Gilbert Burns as well.
Yeah.
And obviously Glover. Glover's retired, hasn't he? That was his last fight.
That was his last fight.
And do you know what? Interesting fact about Glover.
Here we go.
When the UFC first started the UFC rankings, he was ranked 4th. Yeah.
Right.
He's now retired at 2nd. He has never left the top 5.
Fucking hell.
He has been that consistent in his weight category. He has never left. He has left the top 5. He's never left the rankings.
Wow.
That is an achievement in itself, and that just shows how consistent and how good a fighter he was.
And even all the way up to the end, that was a fucking.
I'm looking forward to the Jones fight coming up.
Yeah.
Jones versus Gain.
That's
Garnet. Sorry.
Garnet. We said that last one.
We do it every time. Now, obviously, there is the debate. Now, Francis Ngannou's gone. That this is for the title. We know it's for the title. But people are saying this will then question whether John Jones is actually the GOAT, because if he does win, he didn't take the fight off the legitimate champion. But that being said, he is done it so consistently everywhere he goes. So, I mean, yes, there was the whole issue, but he's such a talent. He's the most all-rounded fighter UFC has ever seen. And personally,
of course, he's a character as well.
I am so looking forward to seeing him back in the ring. He's probably the most anticipated fighter I want to see back in the ring.
The thing is, you know it's going to be fireworks, don't you?
It is.
You know it's going to be fireworks, and there's going to be some.
The pressure he puts on. The pressure he puts on his fights.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Can't fucking wait.
Look forward to that. Getting late though, so.
Yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up from the last. The important scraps anyway. There's a few little ding dongs going on in between. So I know. Blood and Bone, that's coming up in Sheffield next month, I think it is.
Yeah, there's a few.
Which again, that's bare knuckle, which I'm going to try and get on that actually, because I think
drop a message. We'll see if we can.
Hatchet's fighting the Swan.
Okay.
So that's could be quite an interesting one.
Yeah. Well, I'll follow up on the combat series. I'll give you an update midweek if we do find out anything.
And I'll try and get hold of Blood and Bone and see if there's. My Hatchet's actually on our Instagram.
Okay.
So I'll see if I can reach out to him personally.
That's the point. If you're not following already, follow our Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And we'll see you next week, fuckers.
Sweet.
You may notice we'll put some little bits up throughout the week.
If
we do, great. If we don't,
little snippets,
that
especially
sucks
after
for you.
Our training sessions here.
Yeah, this one straight after training. You lucky motherfuckers. We're tired. We're knackered. We're off.
Bed.
See you later.
Peace.